we know the disaster that has been multiple programs. And as we noted, I pretty much called it on Saturday Night Show about Brent Pry and even Deshaun Foster. And obviously, both of them were fired immediately. So the question was, and apparently, Jesus, Gesundheit. Even though I was about
Apparently, you can't keep your alcohol down.
apparently not. God
No,
damn.
no, no puking on set.
I won't do that. Some people in the audience might be nauseous, easy nauseous. Um, an interesting story came up earlier about. Now, obviously, we know Will Stein is going to be on people's priority list in a way. Now, some people are linking him potentially to Florida, depending on how Florida finishes, but I don't think Florida's going to go that route because they're going to go established. They did the Billy Napier route, and it's not work. So they're not going to do like this never head coach hire kind of thing for that
No,
kind of situation.
we know who's going to Florida.
Well, yeah, yes, it would be Jed Fish as long as he has a good year. It would be Jed Fish, but Will Stein, of course, is in the running. Obviously, or looked at, I'm sure, by UCLA as their potential one of their top candidates, probably. But actually, Tosh Lupoi has also been listed as a potential top candidate, allegedly, which is unique and different because I don't think Tosh Lupoi even wants to be a head coach.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he does probably at this point. Um, I mean, money can change things for some people, but I think Toss is extremely happy with Dan and with what they're building together.
And Tosh is one of the highest paid assistants in the country right now. He's one of the
Yes.
top 10 at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't see him going anywhere. I mean, if Stein goes anywhere, I would see Stein more fit for a Virginia Tech than UCLA because I just don't think he wants to take that kind of a risk. Um, you don't want to go into a complete dumpster fire like that. Virginia Tech's got money. They've got collectives. They've got a good fan base. They got a good culture back there.
I think that's your biggest thing. Virginia Tech has a fucking fan base. UCLA, no one goes to the games.
No, no, they'd be better off playing at. Somebody said it earlier. They'd be better off playing at uh, where the Chargers Intuit or whatever where the Chargers play.
Yeah, no one goes to UCLA games. At least Virginia Tech.
SoFi,
Yeah,
SoFi Stadium.
Virginia Tech though has a dedicated fan base. Now, Will Stein could motivate that fan base, but give a couple losses or something like that. But I don't know. You have to look at what UCLA would want and Virginia Tech would want, and both of them still are kind of dumpster fire programs to a degree of like rebuild. But you'd get more support probably from Virginia Tech, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was we know Stein's on the radar every
Yeah.
year, basically.
Well, and I'll say this about Virginia Tech: if a certain FCS HBCU coach has a great first year, I could see Virginia Tech reaching out to one of their biggest alums in Michael Vick.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I would say if he has a
He's
really
in his
good,
first year coaching at an HBCU, but I truly believe, if they wanted to make a big splash, you would go after a guy like that. That's like Colorado when they went after Dion. they went and made a big splash. They took a top HBCU coach and gave him a lot of money to come rebuild a program.
Now,
And for 2 years, he did.
Now, in all fairness, though, with Dion, he also took like Travis Hunter from FSU, a 5-star. So that was a huge splash, in the way of that. So yeah, but I could see it. But I think that at the end of the day, I don't think Tosh wants to be a head coach. I really don't.
No, I think everything I've heard from him shows that he's pretty dedicated, committed to what him and Dan are building here. They came here together. They started out together, I believe, both as assistant coaches and whatnot at Alabama.
I think Dan was actually a GA, and Tosh
Dan was
Tosh was like linebacker assistant or something like that.
Right, right. So they've grown up together, and now they're building this pioneer program here at Oregon. I don't think they want to mess that up.
And Tosh is, again, very well compensated. And
yes.
Will Stein, if an offer came, I bet, like, say Dante Moore ended up in New York. So that'd be 3 quarterbacks in a row. Oregon would divvy up to pay Will Stein to stay as their OC.
Oh, absolutely.